Today, I want to talk about the problem of going wide too early in your business. I've worked with a lot of different clients who were selling very different products. But one thing I have noticed with the ones that were having a lot of success is that they were focusing on one product, one offer. And why this is really important and making a lot of sense is because when you are focusing on that one product, you're not dispersing yourself, you're not dispersing your energy. And this is more important that a lot of people know and realize. And so if you are a founder and you want to see growth in your business, I hope you have a pen and paper and you are ready to take action. Okay, so what wide actually means and what you should do instead. So wide, going wide means to have a lot of products. And so it means that you start launching something, maybe you start with launching several products, and then really fast you launch new products. This is something that happens a lot in the fashion industry, obviously, because you work by collections. And so you launch a collection and then you keep launching a new one and a new one. So very fast, like in the first year, I see a lot of people that could have like already 10 products, maybe more in the first year. This is a lot. Marketing one product is not easy. So when you have problem with marketing one product or there's no proof yet with the customers that your product is working really well, having a lot to market at the same time could be a real struggle. And so now that you have a lot of products, you have to thin resources that you have to market each one. Instead of putting a lot of resources into one product, now you have to separate all of your resources into several products. You know, in terms of communication, in terms of marketing and what you should do, and in the campaigns and everything, like everything you need to put out, it costs a lot of money, right? Like, let's not pretend that marketing is not expensive. And so now you have several. So this is even more that you need to put to market your different things. And when you do this early on, when you don't necessarily have a lot of budget, this is really hard. Not only you have to put more money to market those different products, but you are already putting a lot of money into the production of those products. Let's talk about fashion, right? Obviously, when you work with your factory, you have to have a minimum order quantity per product. So obviously there's a lot of money that is going into doing all of those things. It's not like you can take one of each. And so all of this becomes stressful very early on for a lot of founders because they are dispersing their resources and their energy into those different products. If you are in this situation or you are still at the first phase of your business where you have that one product, I'm begging you, unless this product is working so well for you right now, keep on going deep, meaning that you keep selling that one thing and you better it and then you create more marketing around that thing. You need to have a proof that there's a lot of demand. And when you create another product, maybe it's because people have also asked for it, and then you see that it would not be bothering you and the structure and the marketing because you know that that one product is solid and it could actually be selling itself at some point. It has proven to be working and to be in demand and to be loved. I'm going to give you an example with a client that I have so that you understand that when I mean by one product, it doesn't mean that you don't have any other product. Let me explain. So I have that client who has a system. She has a hair system which works with two products together. So basically, when everybody's buying it, they buy the two products together. On the website, you can find one alone simply because one of the products of the system is not great for pregnant women. So that's why she is selling one separately. But the other thing is that there are accessories such as combs and brushes, etc. Those are never products that are marketed. They're not the one product. The one product is the hair system. And so if people want to buy just the comb or something, they can, but it's never marketed. So it's really rare that someone just wants to buy one of those things. And usually when they want to, is because they've had the whole thing. Maybe something has broken. Maybe they want to give just that one thing to someone, whatever it is, but it's never because it was marketed. All the money, all the marketing, all the communication is going to that one product. This is the superstar of the thing. Because sometimes we love to just talk about every other product. Which one is your signature product? Even if you have several ones, which one is the one that you want to actually sell? And then let people wander on the website and find something else. But more often than not, you create a lot of products, and all of these products are just as important. They're not complementary. They just live by themselves. And so now you have to market each and every one of them, or this would be a loss of money if you were not selling them. That's the difference. Going deep means that you focus on that one thing, the main thing, and then you keep on pouring all of your energy and resources into that thing until it's 100% sure that you can sell something else and this one will not be affected. Okay. So if you've done this or you've thought about it, let's unpack to why are you actually doing this? Why are you adding more products? Is it because the industry is doing it? So is it because it's the norm and you are just following the norm? Because I know for a lot of people it is the case. For example, in the industry that I've worked a lot in, which is the modest fashion industry, we see that a lot because, it's normal, and even in the fashion industry in general, but it's normal to have a collection for Eid and then to have a collection for winter and then to have a collection for summer and then to have so it's normal to have a lot of collections during the year, and then because everybody's doing it you kind of feel pressure to do so. But you need to focus on your business. The goal is to be here for a good time and a long time, so don't add operational weight on your business when it's not yet like prepared for it, because this is hard to sustain. Even the brands that we see doing this, and then maybe we start repeating what they are doing, even if it's just big brands such as Nikes, etc. They have the means to do that. They have the means to even fail. They have the means to launch something that does not work. They have the means to add a lot of products, try new things. They do that. They have these funds who allow them to test and fail. When you are in the beginning of your business, when you don't have a lot of sales, when you're not making it yet, you don't have this opportunity. And this is why it gets so stressful. And this is why also a lot of businesses have to close, because strategically, this wasn't taken in account. Another reason why you might be doing this, and this is normal, especially when we are creative, is being bored. Boredom will push you to do more and more new things, especially if you are creative, because you have ideas and you're like, oh, I could do this, etc., etc. You can have ideas. You don't have to do them now. And I know it's frustrating. Trust me, I have so many brand ideas in my computer, so many brand ideas, but like they're literally all done. I know how much it would bring. I know the client experience. I know what they would look like. I know the names of the products and the collection, the drop one, drop two, everything. I know all of it, but I know it's not the time. I know this would create so much stress and it would be so hard to maintain my current business, another one and another one, if I was starting to do this. Imagine if I was doing all of those one at the same time. It would be crazy. And the thing is, I would love to do it at the beginning. Maybe in the beginning would be cool, but then it would not even be fun. And so that would create another cycle of boredom, which is like, now I have all of those brands and I don't want to do them anymore. And should I create something new? Because the ideas that you have when you have them, you see the potential of them, right? You see how you could succeed with them. But if you can't put your energy behind, if you can't actually give your all to those things, it will fail. That's just the truth. Unless you have a lot of money to deal with it and maybe to have people to take care of them with you, it will be really, really hard because it costs more than we anticipate anyway. So that boredom, I know it's not easy, but maybe you need to find a way to have more fun in the business that you currently have and with the product that you currently have. So instead of adding more product, find creativity in a new campaign. That would be better. And that would give you more chance to make more money rather than invest in new products. You can't imagine how many people came to me telling me, hey, my things are not selling, and then they went and made a new collection. For me, this is crazy. They're not making money with what they have and they create a new thing. And without any surprise, when they came back, they told me, well, this did not work either. No kidding. There was a marketing problem. If that problem is not fixed, it's not going to work with a new thing. There are so many new things. Buyers are really aware of that. They are approached with so many things every single day. You creating something new is not as exciting to them as it is to you. And that's something you really need to keep in mind before you start creating something, because you may be very excited to sell it and nobody will be as excited to buy it. At the end of the day, it's still their money. Something needs to happen so that they invested it. When they decide to take their money, take from what they've earned to give it to you. And if it's just because, hey, I was bored and this is fun and this is new, buy it, it's not enough. It's not going to work. Having new products might feel like progress because it feels like, okay, I have more and more to offer, but it is actually bringing your business down if you don't have the resource to maintain it, right? And so you really need to realize that business is not a game. And I know that saying it this way is like, yeah, duh, I know. But I'm saying this as a reality check because some decisions have such a big impact on the longevity of your business. And sometimes there's no reset button. I'm not saying that you won't make any mistakes. Like, mistakes are normal in business, but sometimes they have big impacts. Some people have made mistakes that they could not recover from. And so this is not a mistake really per se. It's literally something that you could avoid if you were strong enough to stay in your lane. You need to make sure that your products are in demand, your brand is in demand, and so that everything that you would offer with this brand would be sold anyway because people are buying into the brand. But when you don't have that and then now you're just creating more and more products, it's such a big risk that you probably don't have the means to deal with. So really pay attention to this and focus on proof of concept first. Once you are making enough money, then the rest will go faster. You will be able to create more offer. Everything will go faster, but you need to stay in that lane. It's tunnel vision for enough time. And once you're out of there and you're allowed to go wide, you will go wider than you ever thought you could go. But first, depth. All right. I hope this was helpful and I see you in the next video. Bye.